This one was a little bit interesting because this has been maybe it's not a known fact. I think it's not a known fact because people lack like a lot of common sense and can't really put two and two together. But basically,
True.
De'Ara was trending on Twitter for people actually realizing that she stole her ex makeup artist and friend stud girlfriend. I don't
That's a
know
crazy
if
title.
yeah, I don't know if stud is
No,
appropriate or not. Is that like the word of
they studs call themselves studs, so it's
well that
appropriate.
I
No,
don't
but no, but like literally, like I've never seen no one say that stud's offensive.
yeah
It's not.
if
I
it's
don't think it
offensive
is.
I don't know
I'm
but
99% sure it's not
I'm just
offensive.
throwing it out there. I don't know how people classify themselves, but
Yeah, she considers
um,
herself a stud. A stud is like a more masculine inclined woman that still considers herself a woman, but like they dress like like they be hanging out with their homeboys. Like what's her name, Young Ma would be considered a stud.
I know what she's considered.
Yeah,
All I was just
but
saying.
no, I
Yeah.
was saying the classification is not
Oh,
offensive.
okay.
I'm just clearing it up. It's not.
Okay. Yeah. So take it away.
Oh, I thought you was about to.
No, I
You
just
sound
said
like you was
that.
about to go in.
Nah, I was
Oh,
just introducing the thing. She basically was trending
well,
because
yeah,
she
you don't really know
stole.
the backstory as much
No,
as I
I
do.
know the
No,
backstory.
but you might not know as much
You
as I
made me
do.
watch it, unfortunately, but yeah.
I made you watch what the YouTube video?
We used to watch all her videos in
Oh,
here.
months ago.
Remember before she even like exposed who this person was, and it was just she would just post videos and pictures with just like the random tattoos and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, but you didn't see the ex makeup artist's girlfriend's video that she made years like a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, like you. That's why I say I can give more context to that. Like you didn't see that, right? I didn't show you. Did I show you that? I don't think I did, right?
If you did, I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, it might have been on the TV. Again, you were just sitting here probably not paying attention, but it was like a while ago. But basically, um, as the world all knows, possibly the world, because remember we talked about this last week how Diara and Ken, like when we were talking about the Ace family, how we said Diara and Ken were like probably the most popular black couple on YouTube. They kind of set off that whole travel couple thing. Like they definitely had a huge part in that whole vacation black travel stuff. Like for sure, I think we could all agree on that. To this day, that lasting impact of those cute couple pictures definitely is from them, for sure, right in the black community.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll give them that credit. But they were together for just as long as we were. They literally started dating like around the same time, which is crazy. And I would make jokes. I'm like, dang, if we would have started our YouTube at the same time they did, who knows, right? But we were in college and didn't have as much maybe freedom that they had. Um, but they were together for a long time, built this empire, and then were engaged. COVID happened, so their wedding and stuff got delayed. But then I guess within COVID and all that time period, Ken was doing some sus stuff. I'm not sure if that's the reason why, or not that the engagement ended up ending, but they ended their relationship, ended their channel, and Dara started her own channel, and that's all we knew her as was her being with this man, right? But if we find out the beginning of their relationship, it actually started from, funny enough, there's a lot of receipts on this that she actually stole, because I don't think you could steal a man from anybody, right? But Ken was in a relationship but was messing with a girl, and she kind of came in and took him from her. So there's a pattern here, right? Like we kind of see, okay, this is maybe who she is, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
so their relationship ends, and Diara kind of gives maybe one of those people who like she likes to flex. Oh, a single era. I'm in my single era. I love being single, but you're booed up. Like I hate when people try to act like they're single just because it's maybe not an official title on it, but you're booed up with somebody. Like you don't love being single because you need that male validation. You need that or woman validation. Whoever you need that partner validation. I think Diara's that type of woman, in my opinion. Like because I don't think there really was much even a break between Ken and this new person that she's with. And I just feel like she's just like that's all she knew, right? Because she was in a relationship that whole time, and I feel like she just needed that energy, that romantic energy. And it's okay to admit that. I hate when people just don't admit it. Like, don't try to act like you love the single life because it sounds cool, right? 'Cause the whole city girl, single me, like everybody likes to sound Miss Independent. It's okay to admit that maybe you're a hopeless romantic, you like romance. It's okay. So let's start with that. But so she immediately got into this situation. And I hate when people try to be slick, right? But then they want to be private. She was throwing hints always in her vlogs. It's like you see a hand, you see flowers, you see subtle stuff, and this is annoying because you trying to be private so bad, but if you were so private, you would edit that stuff out. We wouldn't even know, but you want to show it off. Like I hate when people just this whole privacy thing, like covering the face. You want to show it off. You don't have to show nothing at all. You want to be private. You don't want people in your business, but you don't have to show nothing at all. You don't have to show the flowers, the gifts. You don't have to make tweets. So you want people in your business because you tweet about it. You want the attention. So that's the whole nother point that's annoys me. But we were seeing subtle hints of who this new person is in her life, and people trying to figure out who it is. And then lo and behold, this woman comes out with this whole expose, exposing Diarra, saying that she's a snake, that they were friends, and that she's now dating her ex. So that was like a whole big explosive like bomb that dropped, right? So then people dig deeper, and then she gives receipts, but like we found out like this girl was in a whole lot of vlogs and videos. They traveled together, and she always talked about her makeup artist. Like, my makeup artist, I love her. Like they were friends. I would say they were friends. If you traveling with somebody and doing stuff like that, like, yeah, like Jessie, a makeup artist, so she might be traveling with you to do your makeup, and that's what Diarra tried to just reduce her to after the fact. It kind of reminded me of like the Lala Ruby Rose situation, where Lala was like a weirdo who messed with every single guy that Ruby messed with, little TJ, Cardi, right? And she tried to reduce their friendship, which is for clout, and that was just for an image after all was said and done. But it's like, no, you was a snake, and now you're trying to like downplay what the friendship was, what it was. Because like, realistically, you don't need to travel with stuff with your makeup artist and stuff like that. Like, do your own makeup. Like, she's good at doing her own makeup. So there had to have been some type of friendship there, So don't try to downplay it now because you were exposed. But, so yeah, they were cool. Like, she was hanging out with all three of them. Like, it was Diarra hanging out with the makeup artist and the girlfriend. Like, they were all friends in the same group, right? Weird. Like, oh, this episode, makes me mad. Like,
You want to expound on why those things make you mad?
I don't need to.
You don't need to? I think you should. I think you should break down these things.
No, I just feel like it's weird to hang out with people or pretend to be friends with somebody when you want their man or their partner.
Does that hit home for you?
It does hit home for me. You know how it hits.
I don't. Why don't you?
I'm under champagne, so I'm not.
Oh yeah, give it to me.
I'm not gonna go crazy, but
start chatting.
Like it does hit home for me because it is like no, I'm saying women are weird. Like I just don't like that. Like don't play in my face and pretend you're my friend.
I'm sorry, yo.
With ulterior motives. Like it's weird. Like it's just first of all, it's nasty to me anyway. Because it's like if I'm your friend, like why do you even want like a sloppy seconds? But
give me the glass.
But it's like how it's just weird. Like I feel like we said, women I think are evil. Like really, genuinely evil people. And like I said, I say that because I'm a woman. I say that because I've dealt with women. Like I think we're sometimes in some ways worse than men. I feel like men are more violent and evil in the sense of like murders and assaults. But I think women are very calculative, evil, manipulative weirdos. A lot of them. And yeah, I just think it's weird to like play in somebody's face because Diarra might have liked this person, right? Or was like falling for this person while you were hanging out with them. And like that's weird. If you know you're feeling for somebody, maybe remove yourself from the situation or tell the friend. Like it's just weird to me. There's so many people in this world and you want your friend's partner. Like it's just weird to me. And then to pretend to still be friends and still be cool with the person. It's just like, ugh. So it's just weirdo stuff. And I just feel like Diarra is really weird for this. Like, like I said, the makeup artist came out with a whole like exposing thing and went on an exposing tour. And a lot of people kind of like didn't really say much because it's almost like, we're going to get into Nicki later, but it's almost like when you have a fan base, people ride for you no matter what you do. And people know deep down what she did was wrong, but they're always going to be like, she just jealous, she just hating because it's Diarra's that girl, she's that B, So they're going to always ride for her even though what she did was dead wrong, So a lot of it was kind of pushed under the rug. But lately, for some reason, I don't know why, I think maybe Diarra's been posting a little bit more about this stud girlfriend that she's with. And people are now really like realizing how much of a weirdo she is. And like, so that's why I said it was literally trending, like 7,000 posts about it. And like, it was the number one higher after the screenshot. So, because everybody's seen pictures of like who the stud looks like. And they're like, ew, all that. They're like, all that for this. And they're like, and then people are like, we seen Ken though. So are we shocked? Like they dragging. And I was like, ooh. Ooh.
I thought they liked Ken. People don't think he's attractive.
I don't think a lot of people actually really thought he was attractive. I never did. I was just like, he's kind of like a quirky, weird looking guy.
Jesus Christ.
But
okay.
To each their own, Beauty's in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
It is.
Bro, that's crazy.
Diarra if she likes it, I love it.
That's 3 crazy phrases to describe how somebody looks.
It's not like he's ugly, but he's just not my cup of tea.
All right,
and neither is the stud. I mean, I'm not attracted to women, so. But they're dragging the stud.
You're not?
I'm not. You think I'm attracted to women? This is what. Since when have I ever shown I'm attracted to women? And don't try to talk about little incidents at like the strip club. Like that's just fun vibes. Like I'm not attracted to a woman. Like what are you looking at me like that for? I'm not. Don't look at me. Like anyway. So yeah, she was just trending lately because people were like posting up like are we gonna forget how much of a weirdo she was for that, you know? And I just feel like people let it like a lot slide because they like I feel like that people they let a lot of BS slide when it comes to celebrities or influencers because they like them. And I just feel like that's very toxic. Like because you know like if Diara was your friend and did that to you, you would hate her. You want to fight her. But because she did it to another woman, everybody's girls, right? But they have no sympathy for this woman. Well, real quick, so my whole thing is like I get the whole. At the end of the day, your partner owes you that loyalty and respect. At the end of the day, that's not up for debate. But when someone's your friend too, they're just likely to catch that smoke. Because you put me my friend, you owe me that loyalty too. And you put me my friend, you plotting on me, and you plotting on my boyfriend or girlfriend, like you are a op, and you deserve to be like just as liable. You like I said, that double betrayal stuff is like crazy. You deserve to catch all the smoke too. No, I'm saying like people always like to cape for or protect the woman who's messing with a married man, right? Or just people love to do that, but it's like they're just as liable to catch smoke if they knew that person was in a relationship or if they're friends with the person, you know. Mm-hmm. And to date somebody and potentially have caused the breakup, maybe of these two, right? Or even if you didn't, to still date somebody who's your friend's ex is weird because we was all hanging out and that means you might have been messing around with this person behind my back while we were all friends. Like something had to have been going on where you were catching feelings for this person while we were all friends, and that makes my skin crawl. Like like the girl is probably from her perspective that probably makes her skin crawl. Like, oh, we was traveling together and you probably had little moments with my girlfriend at the time for you to fall in love, or both of them are wrong, but Diara's wrong too. Like that was your friend. You a snake. And like I said, apparently she stole Ken. So that's just who she is. Like at this point is a character. Is a characteristic. And I don't care. Like, yeah, she's cool. I love her content. Like she's very creative. She's very like a boss. Like, but that doesn't mean she's not also a weirdo. Two things can be true. She's a weirdo. And there's nothing, there's no excuse in this at all. It's disgusting. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased.
So that's how you really feel.
No, I'm not saying this because I'm biased. It's just like, obviously I have my own bias.
Come on, talk to me.
I don't need to talk to you. I've talked to you now about this.
Talk to me. How you feeling right now? Give me the glass. No. Give me the glass. Give me the glass. Oh, all right, y'all. We're going to wrap up this podcast.
No, but for real, like, from your perspective, like, it's wild, right? Because, like, I don't know if men do this. Well, men definitely do this snake stuff.
Do men do this?
No, you know what? Men definitely do the snake stuff to their friends too, for sure.
1,000%.
For sure.
1,000%.
But I don't know. Do they jump out the gun and date an ex-girlfriend of a guy? They might try to sneak around, do some stuff on the behind the scenes. But do they jump out the window to be bold enough to date the person?
Not in the black community. In the white community, we've seen this.
For sure. Like they all be like I always said that with Savannah Montana, and I think she's Hispanic. But when her and Jared were like really popular back in our teen days, that whole friend group that she was a part of all dated each other, and I thought that was very weird to me. But it seems really common. Yeah,
I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen in the black community, but I have not seen it as much as in other communities because I think when you do that. And this is aside from celebrities, because that's a whole entertainment world is
different
as hell. That's some devilish shit they be doing over there. But in regular communities, I don't really see it because I feel like in those scenarios, it opens you up to really having something bad happen to you.
Yeah, I think there's more fear there.
Yeah,
because I think women don't necessarily have that fear within each other because there's not that underlying violence. But I think men definitely know what men are capable of, and men have more, I think, anger. Yeah. That they're liable to literally kill over stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of times those lines don't necessarily get drawn as much.
Yeah. So physical
for sure.
For sure.
Definitely.
That's like and that really
what
that's
do you call it?
The default.
No, it's like something. It's like a term for when you're like dirty macking. That dirty Mac and
Dirty
stuff.
Mac is the craziest.
No, it's not the right
No, no, it
phrase.
is.
Yeah.
Like that's like the craziest thing.
For sure. I think everybody has experienced it with where a friend,
Oh, don't let him treat you that way.
yeah, has tried to come and or just try to hit you up and like on some weird thing. I think every woman has definitely had that experience.
For sure.
And I just feel like it's weird. It's weird on both sides because I've never ever in my life. Well, first of all, no offense, but nobody who I've been friends with realistically has somebody that was so attractive to me that I felt any attraction towards their partners. But even if I did, like, it's just where's that morality? Because it's like even if that, like, first of all, you don't even have to be my friend. I just would never, like, that's just a weirdo position to put yourself in to even try to pursue somebody who has a partner. You don't even have to be my friend. That's just respect for cause I love myself and I respect myself. So I would never do that just for that sense. But it's just, I can't get it. Like, it's just weird. There's so many attractive people out there. And like, for me, it's just disgusting actually to me.
You ever have men try to dirty Mac on me to you?
What do you mean?
They try to dirty Mac.
Like talk about you?
Mm-hmm.
Not that I can remember. Like nobody necessarily said anything negative about you, no. But like we've talked about this before. We have had a situation in school where a friend of yours, I was upset about a situation that we were in, and I was telling him, I was like, "Oh, he did this, blah 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 blah," and he was like, "What you gonna do about it?" Like us, try to get revenge, I guess, on the situation that we were fighting about. I was like, "What do you mean? What am I gonna do about it?" Like the way he said it was very like trying to insinuate, like, "So you trying to get back at him or something?" And like that was so weird to me because I was like, "Aren't you his friend? Like I'm just." You asking me what's wrong because you see me, I'm upset and we're fighting in a party. I'm just telling you what's wrong. I'm not trying to do nothing. But now you're trying to take that as like a.
You know what's funny about that too?
It's like, ugh.
Side note, because I'm not even going to talk about it. The funny thing about that too is he probably doesn't know that.
He probably doesn't know that, yeah. Well, first of all, he probably doesn't remember.
He probably
we all
wouldn't.
were drunk, right? But second of all, I don't think a lot of people realize that a lot of stuff that they say doesn't slide when you're in a relationship where the people actually like each other and are vulnerable and talk about everything. So yeah, I told him. Just like people have said stuff to you that they were mad at you. They were mad at you that you told me. But what you think? What you thought? Like,
yeah, I be snitching. I'm not gonna lie.
Don't
say nothing to me.
Don't say nothing. Don't do nothing because he's gonna tell me.
I'm definitely.
And vice versa. Like, what you think? Like, we're not in no shallow ass relationship. Like, this is real. Like, so nothing anybody has ever said or done, if anybody's watching, has slid. Just to let you know, nothing. I know everything.
Give me the glass. Give me the glass. You had enough champagne. Give it to me.
No, you don't know any of these people out here could thinking they still have a one up on me or something like.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
No,
I'll be
I know
snitching.
everything. Yeah.
And you be going through phones and shit. So
no, yeah, but see how you try to like act like I found that information we're going through phones. No, you tell me. So
both,
yeah, both
of them
to get a little bit more like details. But that's just me trying to get details and stuff. But. And this is all past life, just to let everybody know. Like, none of this is prior to, like, 2018. Like, trust and believe.
I don't
like,
get any.
This relationship has been perfect since, but.
I'm bad at details. I'm usually good at summaries. Because anytime you ask me a story about something, like, I could tell you the overall summary, but I don't really pay attention to a lot of details sometimes. But yeah.
With that situation, yeah, like, I'm sure he doesn't know that you know, but I think I actually didn't tell you that long after that happened.
You did. You told me pretty immediately.
Yeah.
But.
It was like. But nobody's ever tried to do the whole, oh, your man's back. Cause I don't think they knew they couldn't say that. They know you're not. Like the thing is, if somebody definitely dating a man that they know that they're like, if a guy is pursuing a woman that's taken and they know they're for sure 100% better than the man that she's with, then they definitely do that. But nobody ever had to fix their face to do that because they knew they would look stupid and sound stupid. Cause then, they can't. Now you're lying.
Somebody did do it.
Who?
And we get, if you remind me, I'll tell you about it. But that's
they tried.
That's a whole. I don't even want to give any details. If you remember and remind me after this, then I'll tell you. But somebody.
Why can't you say it?
Because it would be too specific. It would be way too specific.
Yeah, but if any of these people are even watching this stuff, they're kind of weird anyway. Because like, why are you even keeping up with people?
Mostly because I would probably do some sort of physical harm to this individual if I saw them today. So I don't even want to talk about it. But if you remind me, I'll tell you off the camera. But
interesting. But yeah, I don't remember anything specific. Somebody like, oh, that man's bomb. He's a wild. Cause you know he's not. Like, you would sound stupid saying that to me. And I think they knew that. So not from what I remember, there was no dirty macking, but it was definitely trying to get me.
Yeah.
And knowing you or being friends with you.
Yeah.
So people are just weird out there.
From my perspective on this specific
Slap
thing,
anybody who wants sloppy seconds has no self-respect, and I would die on that hill.
from my perspective, because we talk about this sometimes. I unfortunately am back before my more zen matureness. Super crash out dummy, like super crash dummy, like really crash test dummy
I
to
never
the
actually was
max.
a crash out girl, and I wish I was. But
Nah,
cause you regret it.
you've been a part of some of those experiences, like crash test dummy. I shouldn't be trying to pull up on like anyway, crash test dummy for the things I care about. Now, back then I would be a crash test dummy for anything. Like I was really just very heightened. Like my emotions were very much out of control, and so they were always heightened. So even for like the most minor thing, I wouldn't say I had like a temper tantrums, or was like bipolar or anything like that. But it was definitely like I was just turned like
Yeah.
I thought I was so cool, so fly, like everything. So everything was just turned up to the max. So my reactions to things, my emotions were always just doing the most.
Yeah.
So back then, super crash test dummy. Like some of those situations, like yeah, we don't even need to get into
Yeah.
it. Nowadays, there's some of those things that are still, it's still gonna be that way. Like I'm gonna be crash test dummy over you. Like that's unfortunate. I'm not gonna turn that off. I'm gonna be crash test dummy over my family. There's certain things where we're just not gonna engage in this type of behavior.
Yeah, you're not
So
gonna let stuff slide.
like, and you've unfortunately been a part of some of those things too. Like if somebody says or does something, then I'm gonna probably start legitimately tweaking, and then everybody's gonna be afraid because it's just not. I don't look very human in those moments.
Yeah.
But this would be one of those things. So when I'm talking about crash test dummy, if I feel like there's a certain, I'm not gonna, if there's a certain amount of disrespect that I'm feeling and it's coming from somebody that I was romantically involved with and then somebody that I was also a friend with, I don't know if there's like a scale or ruler or just measurement that we have currently scientifically that could measure the amount that I would crash out in these sort of situations.
Yeah.
Because I'll probably legitimately start tweaking.
No, for real.
And this is just one of those things
That's
that's
why
just
in my situations, like
unacceptable.
literally,
You
a
probably
lot
should
of
be.
people.
You
A
should
lot
be
of
in
people.
jail.
No, a lot of people are real lucky. That's all I gotta say.
You would probably be in
A
jail.
lot of people are real lucky because like I feel like I'm a lot more calmer than most people would react to a lot of stuff I had to deal with friends.
I think if you reacted in the way that people generally would react, I actually don't put it past you having sat in jail at some point.
I don't know if I would have been in jail,
I think
but
so.
I feel like a lot of feelings would have been hurt because I'm more of a words person. I think some of the stuff I would have said would have stung for life, and if possible, you don't. Who knows, right? People black out. Hands might have been thrown, but I just thank God that none of that happened. But it's just like that's a whole different level of like craziness to deal with, you know. So definitely crash out territory. It's definitely crash out territory.
Yeah, we should talk about that off camera.
Why?
I feel like I never really gave my opinions on a lot of that stuff.
Yeah.
Not tonight. And at some other point in the future, we should talk about a lot of, because we of course got your perspectives on those things, and like we got my explanations on some stuff.
Yeah.
My perspectives on things, but some of that stuff that you went through,
I
never really gave my thoughts on it so much in the way that I probably
I'm a
feel
lot
like
more
I should've.
calmer in life than I should be, but it's crazy. It's so crazy.
Because obviously we talked about them, but it's more so like what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say without saying it. I think I more so said what those things, like the way that you should have handled certain, like I'm trying to just not be so specific.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like I never really
like talked about how maybe those things should have been handled, or
nah. What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that I never really, I guess maybe more so acknowledged some of
like the extent of it. Yeah, of what actually like what are how like impactful.
What actually,
yeah.
But we could talk about that.
But you know what keeps me like sane? I just feel like in life, like first of all, like that was so long ago, right? We're getting to like 7, 8 years, right? About when a lot of stuff happened. 9 years, 10. We're getting to 10 years for one of the initial situations, right? So it's like this stuff happened so long ago, but also I just feel like, first of all, I don't keep tabs on a lot of these people, but I just know who I am as a person. That if anybody were ever to like, who did those things to me, were to like check in with me, like I feel like I won. Like I'm in the best situation. Like I feel like I'm in such an ideal situation that anybody would want to be in. Good career, good relationship. I look good in the face, in the body. Like there's nothing you could say really negatively about me. I just feel like I win because my life is just a testament to what it looks like to be a good person. And me not crashing out could be a good thing. Because I have a clear conscience. You did that dirty, nasty, weird stuff to somebody. So then you gotta live with that. I don't. And that's all that keeps me going. That me being a good person is just reflecting on my life. And yeah.
Shout out to you for being
Same.
a good person. Nah, not for being sane. You better than me.
I'm better than a lot of people.
I might have been in the New Jersey State Penitentiary.
Ooh, and I was gonna say something crazy. I was about to say my dad had weapons in the
Yeah,
house.
all right,
If I really,
y'all. Give me the glass.
I'm saying if I no, but that's why we talked about this before about how you really can't mess with people.
Bro,
you don't know the extent
you
of people.
do not know, bro.
And especially in college, I was just meeting a lot of these people at the time. You don't know me and my mental health history.
Be careful.
No, I'm saying I would never. No, I'm not making threats. I'm just saying that like, what if I was really a psychopath? I could have pulled up on that campus, came back to school. I'm joking. I swear to God. But no, I'm just saying like you really don't know the extent. Like people mess with people all the time, and they truly don't know what they're getting into. And I feel like involving yourself in stuff that people are really passionate about and people's feelings and egos are involved is the worst thing to do. Like so many people have lost their lives due to betrayals and relationships and stuff. So it's like, just tread lightly, you know. Not saying that I'm not making threats. I'm just saying that's his advice to anybody.
Yo, she got 6 bottles of alcohol right below the camera.
I'm gonna say this is his general advice to anybody. Like, do not mess with people. Like, please don't. And especially when it comes to their family, their lovers, just leave it alone. There's 8 billion people in the world, and it's like I was thinking about this like the other day. I'm like, a lot of even my ex friends like messing around with men who have girlfriends. Like, I was just surrounded by so many like bottom barrel people. Like, I'm sorry, I really was. And like, it's just like, oh, it makes me mad because where was my self-respect to have better people in my life? Like, you shouldn't even be friends with girls who are side chicks. Like, ugh. And I had 2 friends that were like that, messing with the same guy at the same time.
What were their names?
Sleeping with
Let's move on.
Both of them sleeping with him at the same exact time, and he had a girlfriend back at school. Like, ew, who were my friends?
He was
with?
pulling in Wilt Chamberlain numbers.
He was definitely.
He was pulling in Embiid numbers.
Definitely one of the more attractive people in our town. But once he dated my friend, that was it. Like, off limits. But to these women who have no standards, he was not off limits. And that's my first experience of that friend betrayal stuff in high school. I'm like, oh, that's why these people are not in my life anymore. But that friend still is. And my one good friend from college. My 2 real friends I ever had in my life. And I had another girl who was a real friend, but we just drifted off. But 3 real friends I ever had in my life, I feel like. And yeah. But Diarra's a bum. we got our way off course. But Diarra's a weirdo too. She's definitely a weirdo. And yeah. I feel like she just needs to, she don't need to do nothing. Do your life. But basically kind of just goes by just said, live your life. But don't be surprised when that bad energy, when that, that you put out in the universe ever comes back to you. That's all, If you're going to do whatever you want to do, live your life the way you live, right? But don't be shocked when that type of stuff catches up to you. Or when you experience that. Don't crash out when your friend starts messing with your ex. Could imagine one of Diarra's closest friends or a friend starts dating again. Don't be mad when that happens to you. That's all I gotta say. Cause those be the same people. Side chicks trying to ruin people's relationships, but they be the same ones on the internet crashing out when their man cheats. Maybe you deserve that. Like, cause you were that girl at one point, were you not?